day. Welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be doing a CSEC past paper question from paper 2 July 2021. So it states, the diagram below shows two lines, L1 and L2. The equation of the line L1 is x plus 2y is equal to 10. The line L2 passes through the points 0, -5 and is perpendicular to L1. So, question I states, express the equation of line 1 in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So the equation for line 1 is x, so it is x plus 2y is equal to 10, right? And they want us to put it in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, the standard form. So what they want us to do is to make y the subject, right? So what we need to do is to first get rid of this x, right? By doing the opposite of positive x, which is minusing x from both sides. So we're left with 2y is equal to 10 minus x, right? And to get y by itself, to make it the full subject, we divide both sides by 2. So we're left with y is equal to 2 into 10 goes 5 times, 5 minus a half x, right? Because x over 2 is the same as a half x, right? Or if you want, you could just say y is equal to negative a half x plus 5. So that is our answer for the first part of the question. So the second part of this question states that we are supposed to state the gradient of the line 1, right? Which is negative a half, right? Because we know it is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. M always represents the gradient, and m comes before the x value. So therefore, m is equal to negative a half. All right, so we can move on to the third part of the question. So it states, hence, determine the equation of the line L2, right? So let me show you something. So being that they want you to find the equation of the line L2, we can find the gradient first easy, right? Because we need to find C value and the gradient. So as you know, C is the y-intercept, so we need to find the y-intercept, right? Along with the gradient. So we can find the gradient first. And if you realize the relationship between line 1 and line 2, they're perpendicular lines. And perpendicular lines, right, when their gradients, right, are multiplied, the result is -1. And there are two criteria you have to use in order to determine their gradients. So let's go down. We already established that the gradient of line 1 is negative a half, right? So to find line 2 gradient, the first thing we need to do is to do the reciprocal of the gradient of line 1, right? And reciprocal means to basically flip the fraction. So the reciprocal of a half would be 2 over 1, otherwise known as 2, right? So we can just say 2. And the other criteria is if the value of the gradient is negative, then the other gradient will be positive. And if the value of the first gradient, right, like for L1 is positive, that means the other gradient will be negative. So if you realize the value of the gradient of line 1 is negative a half. So therefore, it will be positive 2, right? Because it will be the opposite. And as proof, let's see if when we multiply these gradients together, we get -1. So negative a half times 2 over 1 would give us -2 over 2, which is equal to -1. Therefore, that means 2 is our gradient for line 2. So now, being that we've already discovered that our gradient would be 2, we need to find our intercept, otherwise known as the c value, right? So let's do that now. We already got our coordinates. If you realized, it was 0, 5. Going to show you. Yes, if you're looking, the coordinates for line 2 intersect at 0, 5, right? 0, -5. So now all we need to do is to substitute 0, -5 into the equation y is equal to mx plus c. So let's do that, and we'll find our equation of line 2. So we know the equation is written in the form y is equal to mx plus c, right? And the coordinates for line 2 was 0, -5. So all we need to do is to substitute what we know, right? We knew m is equal to 2 as well. So therefore, y, which is -5, is equal to m, which is 2, times x, which is 0, plus c. So -5 is equal to 2 times 0 is 0, 0 plus c, right? Minus 0 from both sides, and therefore -5 is equal to c. So therefore we can just rewrite the equation by inputting the gradient value and the y-intercept, right? So and the c, or otherwise known as the c value. So it would be our equation of line 2 would be y is equal to 2x minus 5. So that is